Hello students, welcome back to the online classes of physics. Today we are going to continue with the the continuation of sound. We have learned about sound energies in our previous class. What is sound? What are the different types of energies in our previous class? Today we are going to know about the sound produced by human beings. How the sound is being produced by the human being. We know that the animal produce sound to communicate with each other. Even human beings use these sound more effectively. Sound produced in a particular order and manner constitutes our speech. Okay, this order in production of sound is different from different languages or different communications and different processes. Whatever languages we are using is different from the different languages or the way of speaking different it depends on the different languages and whatever different sounds produced by different persons or animals. Honeybee makes sound on moving the flowers to communicate the other bees who are at distance. Do they produce this peculiar sound through their mouth or some other organs used for that purpose? Majority of the communication in human beings is through speech. We usually use speech. We usually speak to communicate with each other. Try this. Imitate different sounds made by animals to try to mimic your friend while making these sounds. Please place your fingers on your throat while you feel. What do you feel? You will feel some sense of vibration under your throat, isn't it? So when you keep your hand below your throat while speaking to your friend, you will see that now also when just keep your finger or your hand just below your neck, below your throat, that is on your throat while you're speaking, you will feel some kind of vibration on your throat. So that is nothing but there is sound produced, there is something happening while we are speaking. So that structure where we get the sound produced is called as larynx. What it is called? It is called as larynx or voice box. Larynx is the important organ in the human body to produce sound. So here as we see the structure of our throat, you can see that there are different parts present in our throat. So here you can see that there is larynx. Okay, this is called as your voice box. So it has two muscular ligaments called vocal cord. So it has two muscular ligaments which is called as vocal cord. They are stretched across the voice box. It leads to narrow slit. So you can see that here, which gets opened and which gets closed. So this is getting opened and this is getting closed. Okay, this allow the passage of air to produce the sound. If it is closed, that is sound stops. If it is open, it allows the passage of air and we can see that sound is coming out of it. So what is happening? Vocal cord opens during breathing to allow air into the lungs. Vocal cord close when we speak. Okay, when we speak, the vocal cord gets closed and the air stops passing into our body. The air from the lungs presses between them to cause vibration and produce sound. So now we came to know why the vibration is occurring while we are speaking. Why it is occurring? That is, the air from the lung presses between this, the air which is passing through to the lungs gets presses, and this causes to the vibration of the parts, that is cords, and the sound is produced. So let us see now how the propagation of sound is taking place. See, without any medium, sound cannot travel, right? With like how the light cannot travel without any medium, sound also cannot travel without any medium. So like light needs, it's the fastest traveling medium is air, right? Similarly, sound also travels when there is presence of air. The sound produced by the school bell will be heard by all of us irrespective of whether we are in a room opposite to the bell or in a room at the back of the bell. That is because of the air, presence of air. So wherever you sit, that sound is traveling to you through the air and reaching your ear, right? Sound is traveling through air and reaching to your ear, and hence you are able to uh, feel the audio. Yes, you are able to listen the audio. Obviously, the sound produced by the school bell travels in all direction and reaches us propagating through the air present between the source of the sound and our ears. That is, the air surrounding us acts as the medium to propagate the sound. If you remember, in the olden days, we used to play. Okay, see, just what can you do is take two cups, okay, two paper cups, and simply you just put a hole, tie one thread here, and take one another cup and tie one thread here. Call your friend. You speak from one cup and ask your friend to hold this cup near to the ear of his or her. Okay, you just speak here, you just peeked from one end and asked to hold the go far, it should be straight. Okay, it should be very straight, and you see whether he or she can able to hear what you said or not. Yes, it is like our cell phones. How it is this possible? This is possible through the transferring of the vibrations from one end to the another. So with this we can say that the air travels through the sound. The sound travels through the air. And if we see through liquid, what is happening? If you try to know about the liquid medium, what is happening? Just take two buckets. Okay, take a bucket, fill it with water, take two stones and just strike them against each other, keeping your hands inside the water. Then ask your friend to listen to the sound by keeping his or her touching the walls of the bucket. What do you observe? You can say that you can feel the difference about the sound produced by striking the sound inside the water against each other, striking of the stones against each other in water and striking them in air. When you strike the stones in air, you can see that the sound is more audible, wherein if you are striking in water, it is less audible. So thus the conclusion is that sound propagates to matter in all three states: liquid, gas and solid. So let us wait for the next video. Thank you for watching.